I think we've watched the death, or at least the downplay of the Telegram group. You know what I mean? Like the Telegram group. Like your coin no longer needs a Telegram group anymore. Like doing raids and stuff like that. Like I guess you can raid tweets, and people are realizing that you can raid a tweet without having a Telegram group, because you know what sucks? I mean, the commercialization of the Telegram group, like the raids, like you can have a you can go get a blue tick raid group of all these paid raiders, and you don't need any community, any real community, to give off the appearance that your coin has a big community and it's going off and stuff like that. Yeah, Toolshed. Yeah, it feels like that. And honestly, we should have saw that coming, right? Because you go into a Telegram group the last couple months, especially during the summer, even, where it was just all bots. It's all these guys, these fake chatters. These guys are like, "Oh, this is going higher," and then you go into it, you go and message them. You're like, "Yo, what do you? How much are you in on this coin? Like, what do you think about this coin?" And you get no response because it's just a bot. You know what I mean? And it's like somebody else is like, "Oh man, I just bought more," and it's just like, it's just somebody. It's just not even real. You know what I mean? Um, and so I guess we should have saw that coming, because it just looks like spam, right? And yeah, and they run hard. The ones that run hard right now, no Telegram group, just X, just Twitter and a website. You know, no Telegram presence. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means. But hey, I mean, devs are saving money, because you know what? You know what? That getting those you know, blue tick raiders and the chatters and the shillers, it costs money, man. It costs money. Toolshed, I agree. I agree. So hard to trust a coin with no TG or dev communication. Totally agree, but let me also say this, bro. When was the last time you were able to talk to a dev in a Telegram group? In the Telegram group for the coin. You know what I mean? Name the coin. When was it's been a long time. That was back in like 2024. That was actually a golden time. Back in 2025 too, but where you can go into a Telegram group and be like, "Yo, where's the dev?" You know what I mean? And then the dev would pop up and be like, "Hey, I'm the dev." When was the last time you were able to do that? That's the question. That's the question, right? Like what? When was? What's up, TK? Seriously, when was the last time you were able to go to the Telegram group for a coin that you're invested in and go knock knock knock? Hey, I want to talk to the dev. What's next? What can I do? What's cooking? When's marketing happening? When was the last time you were able to freaking holler at the dev, bro? That shit hasn't happened in almost a year. Because during the summer of Matt Fury meme coins, it became this thing to where you had a Telegram group, and you had the blue tick raiders, you had the chatters, you had the shillers, and then it was just things happening. You're like, well, the Telegram's popping off. You know, like you kind of felt half-hearted saying that, but you're like, I'm in this coin, so I'm just gonna say the Telegram group is popping off. But nobody in the VC, nobody really. You can just and you tap in there. It's like you're typing comment in there. It's like commenting in the space. It's like, hey, what's going on? And then it'd be like, it's just people being like, yo, this coin's awesome, or I just bought more, or like when higher, and this and that, and you're like, yeah, guys, hey, where's the dev? And then like, it's just, I just bought more, when higher, what? Yeah, rocket, robot with the green candles, and you're just like, like, all right, this isn't really real, but the chart's going up, so I guess I'll just hang out. I'll just go back to my seat. The dev ain't showing up, bro. And that hasn't happened. I don't think you've been able to talk to the dev for real in a long ass time. So now, with no liquidity, with no liquidity in this market, hey, devs of these coins are like, you know what? Fuck you, investor. I don't need to talk to you. I'm just gonna shout out what I want to say on my Twitter page, and you can take it or leave it. Listo, as the Argentinians say. Done. Nothing else. No mas. You know? So yeah, Telegram groups are done right now. Yeah, Toolshed. Yeah, crypto's changing right before our eyes. That's what I'm saying. It's going to have to be an act of God for God to take down. I am calling for Christ to take down sports gambling and poly markets so I can have my meme coins back, my meme coin liquidity back. I am calling on the Lord Jesus himself to bring back my meme coin market, and he's going to have to destroy sports betting, in my opinion. You know, James Harden is just going to have to he's going to have to throw up a few more air balls or have a hamstring, to secure his under bet. Or Baker Mayfield tonight is going to have to throw some balls away so he's an under on his completion percentage. So he can screw a bunch more bettors for his mafia crime. I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm saying just the scenario that keeps presenting itself in sports betting. It's just going to have to come to a head to where the federal government either highly restricts sports betting or ends it altogether online in order to bring back liquidity flow into our beloved meme coin market. Otherwise, your friends that are just loose with their paycheck, and the dad with the father of the family, or that's looking for an edge and looking for an advantage, get some extra money in. He's gonna continue to sports bet and lose. And he is not going to come into meme coins. So yeah, crypto is changing real quick, man. And honestly, these devs are realizing it. They're like, you know what? Like, why do I need to even talk to anybody? So we got Calvin. We got Franklin's kind of staying where it's at. Franklin's a little weird, to be honest with you. This is a coin where I've heard I haven't heard anyone say, yo, I made a grip on Franklin. No one was telling me at this point on Franklin, yo, I'm up I just took profits on Franklin, or I just bought the dip on Franklin. No one's been talking about this coin, but it's at $11 million market cap. Is it the same? Look, and it has the same loyal holders. It has the same 11 holders of 1%. Either they have a great group that's holding the floor, and they're okay just holding, 130K without taking profits in this terrible market. They must have a blood oath. The guys in Franklin, the top 10 holders in Franklin, guys, these guys must have a blood oath. These guys must have a blood oath in Franklin. How the hell are these guys not taking profits? You guys can see this, right? Look at this. Look at the top 10 holders in Franklin. Look at the value of their bags. These guys aren't taking profits on Franklin? Are these guys all roommates or something? Can we get an interview? You don't have to show your face or anything, but like, in this market, these guys are saints. These guys are a sainthood. I mean, zero liquidity in this market. They're moon boys? Really? Haha! These guys are moon boys? Really? They're in the only coin that's above 10 million in this whole market. That's hot. And again, we'll never know because they're in the shadows. There's no Telegram group. There's nobody coming in and being like, "What's going on at Franklin? What's going on at Franklin? Are we going higher or what?" There's nobody coming in, fudding their bags, which, smart. It's smart now. You know what? If I was to start a coin, screw Telegram. Look at that, Steve. Look at that. Look at the bags. Tell me, is this bots? Or are these guys literally the saints of crypto? T will probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, let's look. I mean, I'll look at that one in a second, T will. Hang on. That's my next one I'll look at. And you have to tell me which one. But, bro, look. I mean, can we get in an interview? Because this is like, can we interview one of these guys and be like, guys, you guys must be in a private, Telegram VC together, and you're talking all day long about holding and being together and how much this means to your families, and next leg is going to be incredible. I mean, I went through that with Bird A. I had almost $1 million worth of Bird A, which was the ETH coin. If you guys don't know, it was an ETH coin that did very well early on in my YouTube career. And I ended up like not being able to take any profits because one of these guys that we held with, I mean, our bags were like 900K, like 500K, like the top 10 holders, no, it was the top 5 holders. We were in a, leadership group together, and we would VC all day long. You know what I mean? All day long, just talking to each other. How's everyone doing? How are you doing with your bag? I'm doing well. Like we promised not to sell. But one of the guys farmed, and then, he ended up tanking the project, right? Because he was one of these guys, one of the top holders, and he just couldn't help himself. The greed took over, and it killed the project. So for these guys to be sitting with these types of bags, this much money in their bags each on Franklin, and there's no selling, everything's copacetic, there's no Telegram group, they're getting listed. Yeah, somebody just said in the chat that they're Bezels is saying they're continuously getting listings on many exchanges. You know how much that costs, bro? I mean, you can have volume all day long, and a lot of listings will list you for free. But, bro, for the most part, like an L Bank listing, bro, it's 40K, $40,000. So none of these guys are chipping in for that. Bezels, what kind of listings are you seeing that they're getting? And maybe they entered with $500, so they don't mind holding it, I guess. Maybe. But I mean, you're saying that these 10 guys are in constant communication? Because think about it, Bezels. If you has anyone been in that situation before? Has anyone been in that situation before? I have. Hand raise. I have, but I've been in that situation with about five, but I'd say four times the amount of money in a lot of these bags. I was holding $900,000 of per day, and my group on average was holding about 500,000, and the market cap wasn't much. Was around this much. But we were all holding a lot, and our community trusted us, and they're right to do so for the most part, except one guy, farmed us from another wallet, that was in our group. But have you ever been in this situation before, where you're holding the floor on a high market cap coin? It is tension all day long. Like, you're just, either you guys are in a private VC together, and you're constantly have the VC on, talking about the coin, talking about this, talking about costs. You're constantly reassuring each other that you're not going to sell. You know what I mean? You're constantly, trying to figure out how to grow the coins, trying to figure out how to, take profits at a certain stage and responsibly without hurting the chart or spooking the other investors. Because it's a house of cards. You got to understand, any of these guys that start selling now, folks are going to see that, and they're going to start selling. And then now the other couple of guys, or few guys that didn't sell within the top 10 group, they're going to feel left behind, and they're going to sell more than that initial person. And then boom, here we go. Now Franklin Turtle is rolling down the hill towards 100K market cap. I'm not fudding this coin. I'm giving us a scenario of this. How, and now mind you, this scenario that I'm talking about was happening in a market where there was way more liquidity than now. So you got to understand, these guys feel, if this is a real group of 8 or 9 holders of over 1% on Franklin, these guys feel so claustrophobic because they're in one of the maybe 2 or 3 coins in crypto that's over, meme coins, that's new, that's over a $10 million market cap, that has all eyes on it, that's trending constantly, that's getting exchanges. These guys got to feel like they're in a padded room together, and with one knife, like one knife is in the room, no food, nothing, and you know what? The last guy that gets the guy that gets to go out has to go through everybody. That's how it kind of feels. You know what I mean? So this is what comforts me, that shows me I'm not missing out on anything. I don't feel like I need to chase anything in this market. Why? Because a coin like this, this is the only things that are popping off. And then I would have to be one of these people that just can't even touch their bags. You can't even touch it. You can't. Everybody, if this goes down, look, this guy right here, number 5 holder right here. if this goes to 1.20, if this goes to 1.20, this people are going to start selling. You know what I mean? If this guy goes from 1.61 to 1.49, there's going to be mass selling happening. There's going to be mass selling happening. So, or at least people dropping their bags enough to where it could cause a panic. So none of these can really move. So it's either you're in crypto right now chasing a bag of this, or you're one of the very, very, very few holding a bag of this and can't touch it. So you see the choke point of this market. So where, bro, you don't need to. That's what I'm saying. That's when you look at these scam KOLs and these guys pushing coins on you. You know, I mean, you could say I'm one of the. I've just been excited about a couple coins that didn't work out, guys. I mean, and I got wrecked on. ASTRONUT. I got wrecked on RNUT. I got wrecked on. I'm holding Charlie at a loss. You know, I bought in ROI at a low, and I'm down 10% on that. But for the most part, there's a lot of KOLs running rooms where they're throwing 20 shitters at you a day. And if you don't stop and think of what kind of market you're in right now, you're going to feel like you're missing out on everything. You're going to be chasing everything. You're going to be losing on everything. So what I'm saying is chill out. Just research. I'm trying to give you the best situations possible. Given and talking about the ROI coin, at least it's down. At least the dev is about to push. At least the dev is about to push. On this ROI, at least you got a chance at you're at least you're at the floor of this if you get in now on ROI. At least you have a chance at the floor on this. Look at it. I mean, this popped off. This popped off. This popped off. November 8th, and of course took a huge dump, right? And now it's getting CTO'd by a guy that's pumped Zeus and Valhalla in the past, both multi-million-dollar market caps. He's got really good connections to KOLs, good KOLs, great marketing. And once he starts pushing, this thing's probably going to go to $1 million market cap at least. It's an easy 10x from here. So I'm willing to take that risk. That's why I'm in it. I pinned the contract address to the comments of this live stream. So I'm trying to share with you the best angles I got on this market outside of just throwing money into the wind. And so yeah, it is. And Drip. I mean, what's up, Drip? Yeah, I wanna farm some airdrops too. I need to start doing that. And I should talk to you about that because I don't think I've done that since God knows how long. I'm sure a lot's changed. And so yeah, so this ROI. Somebody mentioned Toshi. Yeah, I'll message you. Let's talk about it tomorrow. And we could even talk about it right in the rocket room in front of everybody or whatever.